Hello you guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I do want to show you step by step how to crochet this flower bag. And if you are new around here, I hope you are enjoying the content of my channel and you are considering to subscribe. If you are an old subscriber, I hope as well that you are enjoying the content and you are considering to give this video a like. So without further ado, let's just get into it. For this project, I'm going to use a raffia, paper raffia, which is the one that is round and not the one that is flat. I am also going to use a 3mm hook. First, we are going to do a magic circle. I'm going to get one loop through. Then I'm going to do 2 chain stitches. Then I'm going to continue crocheting 11 single crochets inside of the circle. So 1, 2, 3. Once we have 11 single crochets in the magic circle, I am going to pull and I'm going to do here 1 slip stitch. And if you count now in total, I'm going to have 12 single crochets. So this one, it will be the 12th one. So now the pattern, it is going to continue like this. 2 chain stitches, skip 1 single crochet and single crochet on the 2nd stitch. Okay, so 2 chain stitches, 1, 2, skip 1 stitch and single crochet on the 2nd one. Grab both loops and single crochet. And I'm just going to continue, so you're going to have this space like this. You can maybe see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the pattern, it is going to continue like this. 2 chain stitches, 1, 2. Then here, where we have this first hole, this first petal that we did with the chain stitches, I am going to crochet 5 double crochets. So inside here, 5 double crochets. 1, 2. So after 5 double crochets, I'm going to do another 2 chains, 1, 2. I'm going to insert the hook here where we did the previous single crochet and 1 slip stitch. So this is the first petal. It will look like this. Then I'm just going to continue the same pattern. 2 chain stitches, 1 and 2. Then here at the hole, I'm going to do 5 double crochets. And 2 chain stitches after 5 double crochets and slip stitch here at the foot of the last double crochet here where we have this single crochet. I'm going to do 1 slip stitch. So this is my 2nd petal. And I'm just going to continue this pattern very easy. 2 chain stitches, 5 double crochet, 2 chain stitches, slip stitch here. So I will continue this one until the end. And I will have 6 petals in total. So here at the last petal, when I did the last 2 chain stitches, so I am going to insert the hook now here, right here at the foot of the previous 2 chain stitches, right here at the bottom, and insert the hook. Then I'm just going to do 1 slip stitch. And I'm going to do 1 more chain, pull some yarn and cut. So this is how the first petal that is going to look, and we have ends to wave in, but this later on. So now we have to continue and make a row with 6 flowers. So the 2nd flower, we are going to start again, same as the first flower. The only thing is that the 2nd flower, during the time that we work the 2nd flower, we are also going to connect 2 petals of the 2nd flower with the 2 petals of the first flower. So I am going to connect in 2 points. One point is here and one point is here. So 2 petals, 1 point here, 1 point here, with the corresponding points from the other flower. But first, let's start and crochet the flower until we start the petals. Okay guys, so here we are. So the connection, it is going to continue from the second petal, and the second petal I am just going to crochet the pattern as usual, 2 chain stitches, 5 double crochets, and then I'm going to do the connection. So at the second petal, let's crochet the pattern, let's continue to crochet the pattern, 2 chain stitches, 5 double crochets. And here at the 5th double crochet, I am actually going to leave the last 2 loops without closing, and I'm going to pick up the other flower, and I am going to pick one of the petals, so this one over here, and I'm just going to go right here at this corner over here, and I'm going to insert the hook from the back side to the front. While I have these 2 loops here from the last double crochet. So I will just grab the last double crochet here, just grab that, insert the hook. So it would be better if we have the yarn on this side, and then yarn over and pull through and pull it through these 2 loops as well. Then I'm going to do 2 chain stitches, and I'm going to do the slip stitch here, and slip stitch. So this is my first connection. Then I'm going to do 2 chain stitches, 1, 2. Now I'm connecting with the other petal. So this was the last petal, the first petal, and now we this side of the next petal. So leave your yarn here at the back, and where is the last single crochet? The first single crochet actually. Here like this. Then I'm gonna do 1 slip stitch. So then the rest is easy, just 5 double crochets now. And closing with 2 chain stitches and slip stitch here at the bottom, and that's it. Then we have 2 petals connected. So we are going to connect the petals. I'm going to continue crocheting the petals, same as I continued with the first one, and of course slip stitch here and cut the yarn. And I'm going to continue crocheting another 3 flowers the same way as I did like this. Okay, you guys, so here we are. I finished 7 flowers, and the 8th one, it is going to be connected with both sides. So I have already started the 8th. So here we are. I finished the first petal of the 8th one, but I did not close the double crochet because I am going to connect directly. So I am going to connect this corner with the corner of this petal, and then the other corner with this corner over here. So these are the connecting points, okay? So 3 petals here and 3 petals on the other side. So the connecting points are this and this. So I left the last double crochet without closing this too, because I want to connect. So 1, 2, 3 at the point of the 3rd one. Same as we did with the other petals. And I'm gonna finish the 2 chain stitches now, and I'm gonna finish the first petal with a slip stitch here at the bottom, same as we usually do. And then I'm going to start the pattern for the other petal, for the second petal, and I'm going to do 2 chain stitches. And actually I am going to grab the corner of the next petal over here and slip stitch. Okay, and as I told you, slip stitch. And now I am going to crochet 5 double crochets here for the next petal and 2 chain stitches with a slip stitch to finish the second petal. 5 double crochets. And 2 chain stitches, slip stitch here at the bottom. Okay, so this is the first connection. So now I am going to do one more petal over here, and the third one I will crochet until the 5th double crochet. So let me finish this petal and the next one until the 5th double crochet, but I'm not going to close the last 2 loops, same as we did here to connect. Okay, so yeah, let's finish that. 2 chains, 5 double crochet, one, 2. Now for the next petal, 2 chains, 4 double crochet, then the 5th double crochet we are going to start the double crochet yarn over, close 2, but the last 2 slip stitches we're not going to close because we are now getting so this other side. So now we are connecting 1, 2, 3. So we are now connecting this to this petal over here, and then this one to the other petal. So right here, connect with a slip stitch. Insert the hook and slip stitch. And to finish this petal, I need 2 more chains. Then slip stitch here at the bottom. And now I'm going to do the next petal. And it's 2 chain stitches. Then I'm going to slip stitch with the next corner over here of this petal. And now I can just continue do 5 double crochets, 2 chains and 1 slip stitch to finish the petal. And then 2 chains, slip stitch at the bottom, and I did connect it on both sides. Now I need 1 more petal to do, so I'm gonna finish that, and of course slip stitch here at the bottom and yeah, cut the yarn. And here we are. So this is how it looks. I hope you understood that the connection points for the last flower, the 8th flower, are 2 on this side and then 2 connections on the other side. Okay, so this is 1 round. Now we are going to build on top of this, and on top of this I am going to start the next petal, and I am going to show you how I will connect that petal. I've started the next petal, so the first petal but the next flower, and here where I have the 5th double crochet, again I did not close the last 2 loops because I am going to start to do the connections. So how we are going to do the connections for the next round? So for the next round, what I'm gonna do actually is the connection points are going to be one here and one here. So we're gonna connect these two petals, one at the bottom of this and one at the top of this. And then the other two petals on the top, we're going to connect one here and one here. So these are the connections for the first petal on top. So the next petal is not coming on top of this, but it is coming in between these two panels. If you see it here at this bag, you can understand better. So we are going to have one petal from the bottom, from the top, with this petal over here, the next petal from the top with this petal over here, and then the ending here it's going to be with this petal over here, and then the next petal. So we have 3 petals that are going to connect with 4 petals on the bottom. So these are going to be the connecting points for my next flower. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the connecting points are going to be 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So the first one is this petal over here, slip stitch, two chains, then slip stitch here. So I finished the first petal. So now I'm going to start the second petal, and I'm going to do 2 chains, and I'm going to start directly connecting with this petal over here. Slip stitch, and I'm going to turn now and finish the petal over here. So I'm going to do 5 double crochets, but the 5th double crochet I'm not going to close because I'm going to connect it now with the other flower, and the connection point is going to be this one. And again slip stitch. And then to finish this petal I'll need 2 more chains and slip stitch here at the bottom. And now I'm gonna do 2 more chains, and I am going to connect with the petal over here. So you see 2 connection points, one here, and then one here with the next flower. So slip stitch. Now I am just going to continue finish the petal, and that's it. These are my connection points. I will continue to finish this petal, and then I will finish all the rest of the petals. So in total there are going to be 6, and I will come back here to show you how to connect the next flower. Now let's connect the next flower. So I always start from the first petal. So I finish the 5 double crochets, but I never close the last 2 because I always start connecting. The connecting points are going to be this point over here, then this one over here with the next petal, and then at the end of this petal we're gonna connect over here, then this petal over here, then this petal over here, and this petal over here. So if I show you here in this bag, there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Because this comes to the other side, so we don't connect over here. So I am going to connect in 6 points. 1 point over here, next petal over here, the end of this petal within this petal here, the beginning of the next petal here, the end of this petal at here and the beginning of this petal over here, and that's it. And then we are going to crochet the rest of the petals without connecting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. So I am going to connect with this petal over here. And now I'm just going to do 2 chain stitches and connect here at the bottom with a slip stitch. And now we start the next petal, 2 chain stitches. Then I am connecting with the other petal on this side here. Again, slip stitch. And I will continue crocheting 5 double crochets now to finish the petal. But at the 5th one, I'm not going to close these 2 loops because I am going to connect on the next point. And the next connection point is this petal over here. Again with a slip stitch. Then I'm going to do 2 chain stitches. And slip stitch here at the bottom. And now I'm going to start the next petal, 2 chain stitches. And I am going to connect at the next point over here. Okay, and I will continue finish the petal with 5 double crochets now. And at the 5th one, again, I'm not going to close the 2 loops because I am going to connect with this petal over here. And 2 chain stitches and slip stitch here at the bottom to finish the petal. And now I start the next petal, which is my last connection point. So 2 chain stitches, then I will connect now with this petal over here, the last 6, the 6th one. Again with a slip stitch. Then I will continue crocheting 5 double crochets, 2 chains, slip stitch here at the bottom and finish the next petal. And that's it. I don't need to connect anymore. Here I came to the end and you can see now how it looks like. So I am just going to continue crochet the next one again on the next 6 points, the same as this one. So I'm going to connect 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, number 4, and then number 5 here and number 6 to the other petal. Then finish the rest. So just continue the same way as we did this one until one flower here, the last flower, the 8th one. I'm going to show you the points, because the connection points, because there are not 6 but there are 8, because we have also 2 on this side. We need to connect also these 2 points over here. So yeah, let me finish until I have 7 of them, and at the 8th one I'm going to show you how to connect them. Okay guys, here we are. So I continued all around until the last flower, because for the last flower I want to show you the connection points. For the last flower we are not going to have only 6, but we are going to have 8 connection points. So we are going to connect in this point and in this petal, so these 2 petals. Then we're going these 2, so there are 4. Then we're going to connect in these 2, so there are 6. And then we're going to connect in these 2, so there are 8. So the flower has 6 petals, so we are going to connect these 2, this 2, this 2, and this 2, and this will be open. I already crocheted the first petal of the last flower of the round, and of course I left at the 5th double crochet I did not close the 2, because I am going to now start connecting. So I am going to connect this one with this point over here. Then I'm going to do the 2 chains and finish the petal at the bottom with a slip stitch. Then I'm going to start the next petal and connecting. So I'm going to do 2 chain stitches. Then I'm going to grab the other corner of the flower here, the other petal, and again slip stitch. Then I will finish this second petal with 5 double crochets. At the 5th double crochet I'm not going to close the last 2 as we always do, and I'm going to start connecting the next connection point, so which is this one over here, and put it through this 2, and I'm going to do 2 chain stitches and close with a slip stitch the petal here at the bottom. Then I will start the 3rd petal, 2 chain stitches, and I'm going to connect with this petal over here at the beginning of the petal. I will continue finishing the 3rd petal with 5 double crochets. The 5th one, I'm not going to close the last 2 loops because I am going to connect with the next 2 connection points. So the first connection point for the next set is over here at this petal. So it's the next flower. And slip stitch. And I'm going to do 2 chains and slip stitch here at the bottom. Then I will start now the 4th petal, 2 chain stitches. I will connect on this point. Slip stitch, and I will finish now the 4th petal, so 5 double crochets. At the 5th one, of course, I'm not going to close the last 2 loops, and I'm going to start directly the last set of connection. So we are going to connect with the next flower, and at this point over here. Slip stitch, then 2 chain stitches, and slip stitch at the bottom, then 2 chains, and I will start the 5th petal. And before I start the 5th petal, I will connect here at this point again with a slip stitch. And now this is my last connection point. Now I will finish this petal and the sixth one. There is no more connection points, so I will finish the 5 double crochets, 2 chains, slip stitch here, then 2 chains, 5 double crochets, 2 chains and slip stitch over here. So let me finish the last 2 petals now, and yeah, I will see you once it's finished. So here it is. I finished the last one and it is looking like this. It looks a little bit messy, but don't worry, all this will be put in place. So now you can build up as many rounds like this as you want. So I will continue another 2, I think, to have the height that I need. With the flat raffia, I just have 3 of them, but with a round flat raffia, I probably need 1 more, I'm not very sure, or 2. So yeah, I think I will do 1 more round, again with the same pattern as we did the second round. And then I am going to meet you, so then we can do the pattern for here at the bottom, all around, and how we can connect all the flowers, so then it will be easy to connect with the round bottom. Okay, you guys, here we are. I did the 3rd round, same as the 2nd one, and here is my full bodice. So this is the panel that I am using for the bodice. Now we need to crochet the bottom over here, so we are going to level this up, and then at the end then we can crochet the bottom in the round and attach them together. So I am going to tell you now what is the pattern, because we are going to start crocheting here so that all this space over here is gone. So there isn't going to be a exact pattern, but what I'm planning to do is the stitches over here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 stitches, 4 or 5 stitches over here, because we have actually 5 double crochets. So these 5 double crochets I'm gonna crochet with single crochets. Then I'm gonna crochet 2 stitches over here, and then 1 stitch here at the connection between 2 flowers, and then the same 2 stitches over here in this space, and then 5 stitches single crochet here. And these 2 stitches are going to be different height, which means that one might be half double crochet, the second double crochet, and then this one is always going to be like a triple crochet. So this is the plan. So let's crochet together. First I'm going to start from the first double crochet that I have here of the petal. So it is a little bit low. Okay, so let's just first have 1 chain. I'm gonna pull this, and then I'm gonna do 1 more chain, and then at the second and the next one I'm just going to do 1 single crochet. I'm gonna put a marker because I want to know where my first stitch is, so this is my second one now. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And you always have to check that the line is straight. Okay, so now before I do the stitch over here, I need 2 stitches on this space. So I'm gonna do 1 half double crochet here at the other petal over here. Just grab the petal somewhere. Where is the top? No, actually it's a double crochet, because we need to match the height. So 1 double crochet, then again another double crochet. Maybe, yeah, I will do it on the next stitch. So I will just grab the next stitch that comes. So if you feel that the next stitch is too close, maybe you can do it over here. So it depends a little bit also on you, how you are working. So I think I can have my double crochet here, my second double crochet here. So one double crochet was here at the top of the next petal, and then the second double crochet was just one stitch further. Then I'm going to do one triple crochet, and this is when the two petals are connecting. And I will try to close the stitches 2 by 2 in that way that the height matches over here. Okay, I'm not going to do it too tight, but if the height was shorter, I was going to close the stitches 2 by 2 a little bit tighter. So it depends a lot on your work and how you work. So you see that it is already leveled up. So that's what we are going to do also for the other flower. I'm going to do now double crochet. I'm going to do it here. And a second double crochet. It's not really perfect, but... And now here, where I have the top of this other petal, I'm going to crochet 5 single crochets. So I will find the first double crochet, which is here, and I'm going to do single crochet. Then the next one again, single crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat now what I did here on this side. So I'm going to do one double crochet right here at the top of this next petal. And then another double crochet next to it. And then here in between a triple crochet. And that's it. So you see now the petals, these are all leveled up. So just continue like that. I'm just going to continue like that. I'm going to do 2 double crochets over here, and then 5 single crochets here, 2 double crochets on this petal on this side, and then 1 triple crochet over here. And I will just do all that all around, and at the end I'm just going to connect the last one with the first single crochet with a slip stitch. Okay, so let me do that, and then I will show you how the pattern will continue. So here we are, guys, and I came at the last petal, the last stitch, the last double crochet. So I will take out the marker now and I will connect. I will just insert the hook here and do a slip stitch. So this is how it will look. Let me show you a full round look. So now once we leveled up everything, now we are going to do a couple of rounds with a waistcoat stitch. The waistcoat stitch is a single crochet stitch. The only difference is that you don't grab the 2 loops on the top as we usually do for the single crochet, like we insert the hook like this. But for the waistcoat stitch, we actually insert the hook right here in the middle of this V. So right here at the center. For the ones of you who do not know that, but I think a lot of you probably know this stitch because it looks at the end, the result is like a knit stitch. So here is the example of a waistcoat stitch, and here is also waistcoat stitch. So this is how it will look like. Okay, so here is my first stitch. So I'm gonna do 1 chain, So then I have the first stitch, and I will put a marker over here, right here in the center, so then I know where to insert the hook. This is important for the waistcoat stitch. So the next stitch I'm just going to, this is my next stitch. So insert the hook here at the center, pull through and single crochet. So this is, I'm gonna do the waistcoat stitch for the single crochet stitches. I have 5 of them. Then here where I have the other stitches, like the double crochet, I'm just gonna do one simple single crochet because I can't do much over there. But I will try to, yeah, just insert it right here. But it continues. So when we come on the next round, we just work the waistcoat stitch on this single crochets over the top over here. So yeah, that's pretty much. Just go all around. And crochet all your stitches with a waistcoat stitch, except the double crochet ones and the triple crochets ones that you just do a normal single crochet. So I'm gonna go and do another 3 rounds. So the first round is the one that we just filled the spaces over here and leveled up. Then we are going to crochet another 3 rounds on the top with a waistcoat stitch. Always when you come here at the last stitch, just do a connection with a slip stitch with the first waistcoat stitch. And yeah, so I will see you once I finish 3 rounds with waistcoat stitch. I went 3 rounds, as I told you, in total 4, together with the one of the leveling up. So I left some raffia yarn because I'm planning to sew at the end. So the next step that we need is the round bottom. So for the round bottom, I'm going to give you the full pattern that I'm doing for this. But feel free to use that round bottom pattern for also other projects. We're going to do one magic circle. Then I'm going to pull 1 loop. I'm going to do 1 chain. And I'm going to crochet 7 single crochets inside of the magic loop, magic circle. So 1, then I will pull the end. So now I'm going to start this pattern. If you see here the pattern, on top of every single crochet, I will crochet 2 single crochets, which means that I am increasing with 1 stitch at each previous stitch. And because for my bag I'm using for the bottom I'm using waistcoat stitch, which means that I'm not going to do only single crochet, but I'm going to do waistcoat stitch. And I will crochet 2 single crochets here, 1 and 2. I will put a marker just in case to the first stitch so I don't lose them. And that's what I'm going to continue. On the next stitch, again 2 single crochet, 2 waistcoat stitches, 1, 2. So I will continue doing this for all the stitches one by one, 2 waistcoat stitches on each stitch. So in total I'm going to have 14 of them. So now we finish the second round, which was this one over here. Now we start this round over here. And for the third round, at the first stitch, we are going to crochet one waistcoat stitch, but at the second one we are going to crochet 2 of them inside here. 21 stitches in total all around. At the first stitch I'm just doing one waistcoat stitch. So I'm going to do one single crochet at the first one. Then at the second stitch, I'm just going to crochet 2 single crochets in one stitch. And I'm going to repeat now this pattern: 1 single crochet, 1 waistcoat stitch, 2 waistcoat stitch in the second stitch. I will repeat that for all the 2 stitches one by one. So in total I'm gonna have, as I told you, 21 stitches. Okay, you guys, here we are. So this is how my third round looks like. Now we are going to continue with the fourth round. So we are going to crochet this pattern. On the first stitch, 2 waistcoat stitches, and on the second one, and on the third one. So if on the third round we had 21 stitches, on the fourth round in total we are going to have 28 stitches. And as I told you, the pattern for the fourth round per section is 2 waistcoat stitches in the first stitch, for the next 2 stitches, 1 waistcoat stitch on each. So we are repeating now this pattern for the next 3 stitches until we arrive here at the end. As I told you, in total I'm gonna have 28 stitches. And here we are, finished the fourth round. I am going to tell you now the pattern for the fifth round. I'm going to give you the pattern for the section and then you just repeat that 7 times, okay? So the pattern for one section, it is going to be the first 3 stitches, 1 waistcoat stitch on each, and then on the last stitch of the section we are actually crocheting 2 waistcoat stitches. Now for the fifth round we are going to have 36 stitches. So at the first stitch, 1 waistcoat stitch, put back the marker. At the second stitch, 1 waistcoat stitch. At the third stitch, 1 waistcoat stitch. But at the fourth one, 2 waistcoat stitches. Increase with 1. And repeat this pattern for all the next sections. And in total, you're gonna have 36 stitches. Okay, you guys, here we are. I finished all the sections one by one with the pattern that I just told you. I'm going to tell you now the pattern for the sixth round. The pattern for one section, it is going to be at the first stitch of the section, 2 waistcoat stitches in our case. At the second, third, fourth and fifth stitch, 1 waistcoat stitch on each. At the first stitch, 2 waistcoat stitches. Again, put back the marker at the first stitch. Then for the next 4 stitches, 1 waistcoat stitch on each. So here you can see how it looks like, the pattern for one section. Then this pattern, we are going to just repeat it 6 more times. Okay, you guys, so here we are. I finished also the 6th round and it looks like this. So other than that, I am going to leave the pattern for you for all the other rounds, but I'm going to just leave the pattern per one section, and then you just repeat that. And then I will see you at the end of this round base. And here we are, you guys. This is the full pattern for the bottom. I went around 12 rounds. The first 9 rounds I did increases, the 10th round I did no increase, and then the 11th and the 12th round I did increases. So now I want to close this round bottom, and as I told you, this is worked in spiral. That means that the end is higher than the beginning of the round. So now we have to level that up, and then we can cut the yarn. To level it up, I am just going to go a few more stitches inside on the on the next section. There is not an exact pattern, but I think if you follow this kind of logic, it will be okay. So the next stitch, I'm again going to do a waistcoat stitch, of course. And I will start to pull the loops very tight, so that the height of the stitches will become smaller and smaller. So I will pull, so I will not pull too high, but I will actually leave it small, and make the stitches tighter and tighter. So you can see now that the height of the stitch is smaller from the previous one. So this is my third one. Okay. So I'm going to try to bring this one at this level over here. Then the next one, the fourth one, again tight. So you just keep going until it is tight and very, very close. So you can see now that it is really, really close. You can see now that the height of the stitch here, it has become really, really small. So now if I want, I can just close with a slip stitch, or I can continue. It's up to you. Let me do one more. Again, making it very, very tight. So from here, it is quite leveled up. I am going to pull some yarn and cut. So now I'm going to get a tapestry needle, and the next thing that I'm going to do is waving in this end in the same way a stitch is made at the top. So at the next stitch, I am going to go on the side like this, and here, and pull, then imitating the top of the stitch, I'm going inside here. And pull. And that's it. I just closed, and this is how it looks. Perfect, right? So now I'm just going to wave in the end inside. And here it is. So the diameter is 14 centimeters. Okay, you guys, so now that we have the bodice and the bottom, we are going to sew them. You can crochet them by attaching them together, but I find it hard a little bit at the moment. So I will just use the end that I left and sew the stitches. So you just have to go with that by yourself. You don't, there is no exact counting, I mean. So I'm going to use a tapestry needle, and I'm not going to do any crazy sewing. I'm just sewing this two. So if you see here, we have at the top we have the 2 loops of the stitches, right? So I'm just going to sew the top of the 2 stitches, these 2 here. I will sew with at the top here I have again 2 stitches. I am going to sew the 2 loops with 1 from the, so this one from the back side I will leave it in, but the loop from the front side I will sew it. So these 2 loops with the front loop of the base. I hope this makes sense. So I'm going to insert my needle to the next stitch that I have, grabbing the 2 loops, and I'm going to grab the front loop of the square, the circle base. So that easy. I'm gonna insert on the next one in the front loop and insert with 2 loops on the bodice. So just be careful that, because doesn't mean that all the stitches one by one here, the total amount corresponds to the total amount of the base. So if you see that you are sewing but it is too tight, maybe you want to spread a little bit the stitches from here, which means that maybe you don't grab the next one but you grab the second one and connect it with the next stitch over here. Or if you see that there are too many stitches at the bottom but not so many at the side, that means that maybe sometimes 2 stitches from the bottom have to be sewn with 1 stitch at the side. I hope this makes sense. But yeah, so I will continue for the moment to attach all the stitches one by one. And then when I see that things are tight for one side, I will follow as I told you previously. So the front loop over here with the next stitch over here. Yeah, I will just continue doing this. Okay, you guys, here we are. I finished the sewing of the bottom as I showed you. So now the bag looks like this, and you can see that it's finished. Another thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over with an iron with steam, because the steam will make the raffia softer and also will make a little bit the flowers plainer, so they will be like plain and not ruffly like this, and they will go in place. So I'm gonna go over with a steamer, and yeah, the next thing that I'm gonna do, I am going to crochet the strap. So if you see the strap, it is going to be like this, and I will show you how I'm going to crochet the strap. It is very easy. So with the raffia and with, in this case, 3mm hook, I am going to crochet the strap like this. This is a cord that is very easy to crochet and all done at once, and it has a lot of structure. So I will first make 1 loop, then I will keep my finger here, then I will yarn over, pull through, and I have 1 loop over here on the hook. And then the next that I was keeping with the 2 fingers, I will insert the hook, and this is my second loop. So again, I will put my fingers here at the bottom and then yarn over and pull through these 2 loops. So now I have 1 loop here on the hook, and the second one I will just take it here from my fingers. And this is how it works. Keep with 2 fingers the bottom here, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, and get the loop from the fingers. It's quite easy, right? So just keep your fingers here, keep the yarn with your 2 fingers, yarn over, pull through, and pick up the loop. And this is like a fish bone cord. So just keep doing that until you have the desired length. Okay, you guys, here we are. I finished around 140 centimeters long. And I'm going to close by just pulling the first loop into the second one. Then I'm going to do one more chain and I will cut. So here we are. I went over also with the steamer, with the iron, with the steam, so it is flattened out all the flowers. And now I'm going to place the strap on 2 sides. So I'm gonna leave 3 flowers here, 3 flowers here, and then I'm gonna grab the 2 sides over here. I will insert here one side at the center of the flower. Pull some. I think this is enough. And then I'm going to just go around twice. So 1 time, 2 times. Then I will turn here at the inside, from the inside. I will try to put this part underneath this turn. So it's kind of a nod. Okay, and now I am going to take the tapestry needle and I'm going to wave in this end on the cord on here. And I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So I'm gonna leave 1, 2, 3 flowers, and at the 4th one I am going to tie on the same way inside and make the knot once or twice and then sew in this end, same as I told you. So yeah, this is how this handbag is made. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I also have left for you the amount of flowers that you need if you are using the flat raffia, so you can use this style for both raffias. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I really hope you liked this handbag, and yeah, I will see you on my next one. Bye!